me this, riddle me that. Before it's too late, deal with your thoughts that carry much weight. Thoughts can keep you in your past, alone and sad, unable to laugh. Time to be your one true self, putting those bad thoughts in the attic's highest shelf. The Alpo Show is in the know. The human spirit experiment starts now.
Hey, everybody, it's 9:05. Got off a little minute later, but we're right here on this late night broadcast here. This is the Alpo Show, the human spirit experiment. Thank you all who is coming in now and who will be coming in later. This is our 258th show, and it's been my pleasure throughout this whole process. Now we're closing in on 6,000 subscribers, and if you are not one of them, okay, you're not one of them, I need you to go and subscribe to my channel and press that bell. Please, I'm asking you to press that bell so you'll be notified when my shows come on. We're broadcasting a couple times a day here. We start every show. Children laugh 400 times a day. Average adult laughs 15 times a day. Somewhere on the way, we have lost 385 laughs a day. How did that happen? How did that happen? So here we want to try to figure out how to be our greatest spirits that we are. It's not a religious channel. There is a creator, mother. You have a mother, Sophia. Okay. No worship. Just come on, let's chill out for a minute. Okay. So today I am 23,725 days old. What have I learned after 23,725 days? Well, I think that's something we might want to talk about here. So 23,725 days, give or take a couple here. You know, that it sounds different than being 65 years old. I will definitely say that. But when I say 23,725 days, it actually makes me feel like, wow, I've been on the earth for a long time. Almost 24,000 days. So I was trying to figure out which sounded older, 65 years old or 23,725 days. So when you turn this age, if you haven't learned something by now, I don't know how to say it. If you haven't learned a few things. Now, being 65 years old or 23,725 days old is actually a milestone for this planet. One time, people wouldn't live past half the 23,000 days. Wouldn't get close. And so it is a milestone for just living on this planet, although people are now living a lot longer. So I'm going to give you 10 insights from my experience of living on this planet 23,725 days. And I think they are relevant. So join me, because you're either going to be, or you already have and passed it. Most of you have not gone here. So I'm going to give you some insights that are absolutely gold. Number one, gaining weight is easier than losing weight. You know, I've been someone who had some issues, with weight. And here's me at 4. So I gained, I learned how to gain some weight, and I also learned how to lose some weight. So it is much, much, much easier to gain weight than it is to lose weight. Now you might think, oh, you know what? That's ridiculous, man. Yeah, it may sound ridiculous, but until you go through it, most people say when they were real young, they go, if I gain a few pounds, I'm gonna get off. Okay. Older you get, the harder it gets. I just gain weight, but to lose it. So that's a softball, straight down the middle. The next one is saving $1 right now is almost impossible for most Americans. I mean, who can argue that? These 23,725 days that I've lived in, what if just one thing when it said, save $1 a day, $1 a day. And right now, saving $1 a day, most people do not have $400 in their savings account. Almost, over half of our country people are paycheck to paycheck, and they're just, a credit card from going into debt. So savings right now, as you look at it, did I think I'd save more? Yeah. But there has been nothing easy. So, number 3, time flies when you're having fun and crawls when you're not. I think that you can judge my life so far is I've been having fun. I've had a lot more fun than when I wasn't. I think we can probably put this under, when you work in a job maybe that you don't want to work, okay? Time flies when you're having fun and crawls when you're not. So most of the people I know, who've gotten to this, most all of us have said, cannot believe how fast it's gotten here. I now have ex-girlfriends who are 60 years old. Wow. Never thought of that when you're 20 and 30, okay? But it does get here for all of us. So, so far is don't gain weight, all right? And that the reality is, you have to save. The best thing to do is to be out of debt as opposed to even saving right now. And time flies when you're having fun. So have fun. Figure it out how to do it. At least some. Got to have some. Let's go to the next one. You might find this interesting. Laughing at yourself with others keeps you happy. Most people are just too sensitive these days. They can't take a joke. They can't laugh at themselves. And so they take away their own ability to save themselves by just working through that everybody gets jokes pulled on them. Everybody, make me laugh. If it's funny, I'm going to laugh. And, that's through, experience. People are going to talk behind your back. They can say stuff to your face. It's still how you handle it. So one of the things of wisdom is to be able to laugh at yourself. Okay? There comes that time when you're just going to have to give it up and go, dude, that was funny. I screwed up, and make a laugh of it. Okay? Number 5, this is very important. Making a woman laugh is better than a pickup line to get a woman to date you. Most guys lose it because they do not have the ability to say a joke. And there's different kinds of jokes. There's a joke that can be insulting, and there's a joke that can be jovial. And even if something that might be insulting, you can turn it into a joke which makes things better. But in the long run, if you can make a woman laugh, even when you first meet her, then she'll be open to date you, because what she'll be thinking is, wow, he made me laugh. He made me laugh. And if you make me laugh, whoa, we got a shot here. You know, that's where it starts. And even making each other laugh, friends, it doesn't matter. But again, even this applies socially. The ability to make people laugh. This shows that you can make people comfortable, and that it appears that you're comfortable with yourself. It's a beautiful thing. Number 6, it is better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all. I messed up the word there. Got spelling issue, guys. It is better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. This is kind of a little controversial one, but I do believe that it holds true, especially after 23,725 days. There's a lot of days there, and it is better to have loved. Period. It's better to have loved. We're all going to lose. We're always going to lose someone that we love. My age bracket, people that are older than me, you're now falling. Okay. A lot of you young people now, your friends are taken out because they're committing active suicide. So the shift is kind of similar here on death. So it is better to have loved them and lost them than to never have loved at all, because that's what experience is about. That's why I call it the human spirit experiment. We are under an experiment through our experiences. Depending on your experiences and the decisions that you made will have all to do with you being an adult of your spirit and an adult of your decisions. It's my asking of you to decide to love yourself. Next, no regrets to have children. So that was a big thing. People, here I didn't have children. If I had children in the normal way, I would have grandchildren now. So I've looked back on that on my 23,725th day and said, no regrets to have children, let alone have grandchildren. So to see this right now, I'm not telling people, all my friends and family who've had children, I'm glad you had them. We're only talking about me here. So no, I do not have any regrets about it. I have my reasons why, and I think if you look at the world around and you look at it in a serious manner, when I look back on it, yes, it was the best decision for me. But I'm so glad all of my friends had kids, okay? Because we need to keep the population going. Number 8, and this is huge. You need more money when you're older than when you are younger. You would think, you're younger, you need all that money to travel, yada, yada, yada. When you're older, you're not traveling as much, or, you're not moving as much. But what you have is medical bills. And medical bills wipe out people. And so when you turn this 23,725th day, you have to have Medicare, you have to have insurance, and you also have to have extra coverage, because if you have a 20% deductible and you go into the hospital and you are the bill could be $1 million, and your $200,000 savings that you have to pay that 20% wipes you out. So you need more money actually when you're older than when you're younger. Now, yes, you don't do as much as you used to, but again, we're talking about medical bills. The best thing you can do is be healthy. I'm doing the best I can under no medication. I can still exercise. I feel really good. Got my sleep together. So I feel good for my 23,725th day. Number 9, if you can count more friends on your one hand, then you must have a couple dogs or cats. You understand what I'm saying? Some people, there's always an expression, man, most of the time by the end, you can't count your friends on one hand. Okay? And part of that's true. Now, part of that is not all bad, because a lot of your friends, everybody, they're married. They got kids. They got grandkids. They got a house. They have things that they do. And people just kind of separate. So, friends are, and you had that period of time where when you see each other, you take it from the moment. But for the most part, people split apart. So, and when you get older, usually you gotta, you'll see, I see a lot of Facebooks of people that love dogs and cats. No doubt about it. If you ever had a pet like I had, okay, I had my little Izzy, and we spent all the time together that you could possibly want. This is my second birthday that I had without her. So it'll be almost 2 years in just a couple of weeks since she left. And give people a break who never had children and love their animals, okay? Because that's for them, that is their children. And Izzy was my child, and she left at 16 years old. I mean, that's like a teenager. We were just getting started. So the final one here, and I think it's literally one of the most important, if not, because it is the theme of life, and that smiling at others is priceless. There is nothing that you can give that sets people in a good mood than when you have a smile. It makes people comfortable. So that's one of the things that I always practice, was smiling. Even when people weren't around, practicing smiling. When I see a stranger smile at me, it lights me up. When I smile back, I see people automatically smile. It's great. It's priceless. It's like laughter. Only it's each other connects with each other's spirit, just like that. A smile. And that's what I love about being 23,725 days. I have smiled, I know, at least 23,725 people. And I know 23,725 people at least smile at me. And that's what I'm going to leave you with. That smiling at others is priceless. I hope you enjoyed this little podcast I try and give out every day, twice a day. And thank you all for coming in, and those will be coming in later. You're going to see a couple of things here at the end. If you got here this far, when you see this again, some programs that you can subscribe to my show, some other shows. So I'll be back tomorrow at 6 and 9 tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. I will see you again. You have a wonderful night, and I'll see you at my 23,726th day. Keep smiling, everybody. Keep smiling. We'll see you tomorrow.